Hi folks, Dan Dale here, Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell mostly diesel trucks of all shape, form, and description. Today, we've got one that in this current market is next to impossible to find, and that is a nice Ford F350 dually. This one is a Lariat. I'm going to give you a walk around, then do a test drive, but it's pretty much loaded. You can see nice set of headlights and fog lights. They're not faded out. The grill's not bubbling and peeling. The hood's not dinged and beat up. Got two little rock picks. That's all I can see. Windshield's in good shape. This truck has the 6-liter Power Stroke diesel. And before you ask, it's bulletproof. Yes, it's bulletproof. It's got the head studs on it. You know, not that a 6.0 really has to be bulletproof. And I'm not going to get into that whole discussion, but it's already done on this one, so that's about $5 or $6 grand you'll never have to spend. Nice set of tires. Now, like every Ford dually I've ever had, the front center caps are missing. That way people can reach the hubs to lock them in. Now, of course, it's got the automatic locking hubs, but Ford is the only ones that have the manual backup. But you can see, Southern truck, no rust, no corrosion, absolutely anywhere. Look inside. Power seats. I did not insert these seats or do anything but wipe them off. So just a tiny bit of wear right here, but no rips, no tears. Everything works. Automatic headlights, fog lights, power pedals. Even the steering wheel's not ate up. Got a nice Kenwood stereo with an Alpine sound field processor, equalizer, upfitter switches, tow command. You can see the Firestone airbag, air ride controls in the back, automatic dimming rear view mirror. Naturally, it's got a moonroof. Headliner's good, not sagging. I'll double check in a second. 4 in, I believe that's 410 or 430 limited slip. I'll check in before I start the test drive. But anyway, got the privacy glass, got the seats that'll flip up, armrests. Of course, look at the cab corners of this Southern truck. Look at the bottom of the doors. Zero rust. You can see the front of the bed is straight. Nobody's rammed four-wheelers or whatever into it. No signs of paint work. Good set of tires. B&W turnover ball. Does have the spare. Does have the extra leaves. Got the upgraded marker lights. Got the big flaps in the back. Got a receiver hitch and a ball and a turnover ball and a spray and bed liner. Tailgate's not beat up. Got the rear parking sensors, not beat up behind the wheels. I mean, look down the side. This sucker is arrow straight. These are upgraded smoked LED taillights too. I mean, whoever had this, they obviously took care of it. I really like these full-length running boards that have the extra steps so you can get up into the bed if you need to get something out. You see the seats are in great shape. Air, of course, ice cold. Headliner's good. It's got somebody upgraded these side markers to smoked ones, and these are heated power mirrors. Plus, you can pull them in and out when you're towing. So you got a trailer behind you, help see things. Power seats on both sides. No rips or cracks or peeling, anything wrong in the dash. Now, the windshield is uncracked, but I do see one little chip right there. Not a big deal, but there it is. If that bothers you, I can get a new windshield for $175, but I figure that ain't gonna bother you for $175. But anyway, looking here, super clean inside and out. One little scuff. I mean, that's about all I can really nitpick on the paintwork. If you have any questions, give me a call, 601-376-9869. Otherwise, I'm going to show you under the hood, and then we're going to hop in for the test drive. Okay, before we get started on the test drive, just want to show you a few things. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how it came in. So it's a little dusty, a little dirty, but it's not covered in mud and not covered in oil. When a truck's been out mud riding and stuff, you get a brown patina on these bare aluminum pieces that you just cannot get rid of. Now what you can see, here's the air compressor. It's got the rear airbags in the back that work. That's the compressor for it. Somebody's upgraded the intercooler pipes. So they got better pipes, kind of look good, I think. Alternator's been replaced at some point. This is a Kevlar belt, same as in bulletproof vest. That's a high dollar belt. If nothing else tells you about how well this truck's been maintained, that belt should. But the main thing I want to show you is, you see I pull this cap off, just a tiny whiff of smoke. Although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. The main thing is I set the cap down, it doesn't blow off. That means there's no blow-by. Blow-by is engine compression getting past the piston rings and into the crankcase. Not necessarily the sign of a bad engine, but a sign of wear that this truck doesn't have. So anyway, now we're gonna hop in, take it for a spin. Okay folks, now we're in the truck. I'm gonna take you on a test drive, but before I do, I just want to show you a few things. As you can see, it's got the rear airbags that you can pump up or let down. Usually about 10 psi in them when you're not using them, just so they won't be slap out, but they won't make it ride rough either. Electronic shift 4-wheel drive, rear parking sensors, auto climate. Like I said, this is a Alpine equalizer, Kenwood stereo with Bluetooth, auxiliary input, Exelon. I don't even know what all it does, but of course, first thing everybody asks me, hey, does the moonroof work? Well, in fact, it does work. Now you can see my cleanup guy did the usual substandard job on the glass, but I'm going to shut that because it's too hot. Automatic dimming rearview mirrors, fog lights, steering wheel controls for the cruise, for the fan. You can see I can turn the fan up and down. Now you can buy a little box so you can use these stereo buttons on that stereo, but I mean, who cares? It's right there. Only thing I really going to show you before I get going, you can see the ABS lights on. That's because of the right front wheel speed sensor, which is common for mostly the right, but sometimes the left sensor to act up on these trucks. But I'll have it fixed before it's sold. In fact, it should be fixed tomorrow. Just ran out of time today to get it done before I can finish this video. But you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work. I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some rough country roads. So even though the video may come out a little shaky, rest assured the truck itself has a great ride and drive. Plenty of power, goes down the road, doesn't pull to the left or right, doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes. There's no thunks or clunks or any of that stuff going on when you hit bumps. Does like it should. If you want to fly in here to Jackson, Mississippi, we'd be glad to pick you up during the regular business hours. We'll come back here to Byram, do the paperwork and feedback and everything, and let you hit the road. I would not hesitate to get in this truck and drive it anywhere. It's a local trade-in from Hattiesburg, and yes, I bought it before the storm hit, so no Ida damage. Drove it back up here nearly 100 miles to my place, and in fact, we used it last week to move my camper around to get out of the way of some trees, just in case before the hurricane come through. And my camper weighs about 12,000 pounds, and it yanked it around no problem. So you know, if one's going to act up, it's going to act up when you tow it. But like I said, 6-liter diesel, but it has been bulletproof. Bulletproofing is replacing the factory head bolts with studs, and of course, you know, the gaskets, new head gaskets while you're in there. But what happens is the EGR cooler starts leaking. and over time it leaks more and more, and water doesn't compress. Eventually you stretch the head bolts and blow your head gasket. Well, as long as you deleted the EGR cooler and you don't put a big tuner on it, then you remove 99% of the problems that lead to blown head gaskets. However, if you're one of those people that has been indoctrinated with the need for bulletproofing, then you'll feel better knowing that somebody else has spent the 5, 6, 7 grand that it costs nowadays to get one studded. So you don't have to worry about it. She's ready to go. Me, I just consider it a bonus. As long as it's deleted, I don't worry about it. The biggest thing with 6.0s, delete the EGR cooler and keep it serviced. People treated them like their old 7.3s and just kept the oil topped off and then had problems, and then they got on Facebook and everywhere else, oh, 6.0s are junk. Well, no, you can't maintain them like a piece of crap. You got to change the oil every 5,000 miles. You got to change the fuel filters every 10, and you got to use Motorcraft filters because Ford won't release the patents on their filter design. So aftermarket filters, they may drop in there, but they're not filtered. So these injectors and oil system run at like 20, 30,000 psi or more, where the old 7.3s might run at 1,000 or something. I mean, it's a night and day difference. You got to have fresh oil in them. You can't just change the oil every 30 or 40,000 miles. You got to service them. But if you do that, if you treat them right, they'll treat you right, and they'll go down the road like they're supposed to, like this one will. Now, most of our customers are from the Northeast and the Midwest, and they're buying from us because we got good prices and we got rust-free vehicles. So we understand not everybody wants to spend several days driving or flying down the Mississippi and then driving home, especially who wants to be either, depending on your views, either cramped up in a tiny airplane cabin with people who have Lord knows what, or go through the Gestapo tactics of getting on an airplane. So I'll cover everybody's bases with that, but either way, flying sucks. So don't let the idea of shipping one scare you. That's why I do these videos, so people can see for themselves, you know, that it really does go down the road just like it should. Drives good, got plenty of power. And when I say plenty of power, this truck has plenty of power. Plus, there's no extra diesel-y sounds when you get on it, so that generally means you don't have to worry about exhaust leaks or any of that. Sometimes the pipe up by the turbo will get a crack in it. It's not common, but it's not uncommon. But this one isn't making that noise. So, but anyway, back to shipping. You know, we do these videos so people who are buying from thousands of miles away can feel good that, you know, when the truck shows up, it's going to hit the road and not blow up as soon as they get around the corner. So that's why we do these videos. So don't let the idea of shipping scare you. Don't let the prices you may find online for shipping scare you, because depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as half off. The reason for that is most of these guys online aren't actual transporters. They're just brokers, and they charge you hundreds of dollars up front, and they call it a deposit, but all it really is their broker's fee for finding somebody else to haul the truck to you. Well, they all use this one website called Central Dispatch that's not open to the public to find somebody to actually haul the truck. And well, we're on Central Dispatch. It costs a couple grand a year to be on it. It's not open to the public, but we're on it. So basically, we can get our customers wholesale rates on shipping. The way that works is you pay us for the truck only, either FedEx us a cashier's check, or better yet, do a bank wire. And as soon as we get paid, we post it on Central for shipping and wait to hear from somebody. We're not actually hauling it ourselves, but we're going to make all the arrangements and do the negotiating and everything, get you the best price we can, because we don't charge a markup or a fee or anything. It's a free service to our customers. So if you're interested, shoot me a text with your zip code to 601-376-9869, and I will get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. And if you're anywhere near Dallas or Houston or Atlanta or pretty much anywhere in the state of Florida, then I can get you a real good deal on shipping. But all you gotta do, like I said, you pay us for the truck, we post it, we make the arrangements. When they drop the truck off, you hand them cash for the shipping, and that's it. But if you have any questions, give me a call, 601-376-9869. I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have about the truck, bulletproofing, 6.0, shipping, price, any of that. Just give me a call. Before I go, just want to show you the dash again. You can see, of course, the ABS light that we already covered, but everything else is good. I like to show the dash after I've been driving a while because, you know, it's easy. I can hook up a scan tool and kill all the lights. But if there's a problem and I haven't fixed it, then as soon as I start driving, those lights are going to come right back on. So that's why I like to show the dash after I've been driving, so you can see for yourself everything's good. So anyway, if you have any questions, give me a call, 601-376-9869. If I don't answer, hang up, shoot me a text. I may not answer first thing in the morning or late in the evening, but if I'm awake, I'll generally answer a text. So anyway, appreciate you watching the video. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thanks.